morning to you. This is AYOGEN TV Morning News. I am ABIODUN. These are the top stories. Debt fund laments varsity's monthly 400 million naira electricity bill. CSO urges caution over planned protest, comments Tinubu over reforms. Insecurity. Gunmen kill 5 Sokoto community guards and hoarders. ASU Fort Student Loan Scheme seeks improved varsity funding. Reps query Ministry of Finance over unauthorized funding. Banks orders ask workers to be vigilant as BIFI expresses concerns. Protest organizers warn army chief against deploying soldiers. Lagos Labour Party function pulls out of planned protest. Then from Kenya's bitter experience, Bishop warns. Belize arrests Samfara lawmaker, ex-local government chair, monarch over alleged kidnapping, banditry. Now to the news in detail. Debt fund laments varsity's monthly 400 million naira electricity bill. The Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Test Fund, has lamented the high electricity bill the nation's tertiary institutions, especially universities, were getting from power generating complaints, even when power was rationed for only 4 hours per day. Consequently, the fund said it would soon convene a meeting with stakeholders on the need for alternative power sources on school campuses. Speaking at a meeting with a delegation of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, led by National President Comrade Lucky Emonefe in Abuja yesterday, the Executive Secretary of State Fund, Sony Ekono, while noting that some universities were getting between 300 million naira and 400 million naira bill for electricity in 1 month, wondered how they were expected to cope in such situation. It disclosed that Tech Fund has commenced conversations and held a meeting with officials of the Ministry of Power to find a way to address the issue of power supply in tertiary schools. CSO urges caution over planned protest, comments Tinubu over reform. The National Civil Society Council of Nigeria, NCSCN, has urged Nigerians to exercise patience and give the government time to implement necessary reforms amidst planned nationwide protests over the high cost of living, hunger and insecurity. Ambassador Blessing A. Akinwoshotu, Executive Director of NCSCN, made the call in a statement cited by Vanguard on Wednesday in Abuja. He said, in quote, "We understand the frustrations and pain caused by the current challenges, but we must approach these issues with constructive mindsets." The group commended the government's effort to address the challenges, particularly the removal of subsidy on petroleum products and floating of the naira. NCSCN also acknowledged the government's commitment to improving the living conditions of Nigerians, citing the actualization of local government autonomy and the approval of sales of crude oil to local refineries in naira. For more details on this, refer to Vanguard newspaper. Gunmen kill 5 Sokoto community guards. Others. Gunmen suspected to be bandits stormed Kamfen, Shaki village in the Gugu local government area and killed 5 members of the recently established state community guards and 2 other peasant farmers. The sole administrator of the council area, Honorable Maib Kano Bele, confirmed the gruesome killings of 5 community guards and 2 local farmers by suspected bandits on Tuesday in Kanfen, Shaki village, 28 kilometers south of Bale headquarters in the Godu local government area. He said the deceased were ambushed by the suspected gunmen while on patrol, trailing the movement of bandits who were said to have set up a camp in the area. The several victims of the attack have since been buried according to Islamic injunctions. For more details on the story, refer to Vanguard newspaper. ASU faults student loan schemes seeks improved varsity funding. The Ebonyi State University's chapter of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has chided the student loan scheme of the federal government, saying its realization and viability was not sustainable. The union, however, called for renegotiation of its demands, improved funding for revitalization, university autonomy, and academic freedom across the nation's universities. The chairman of ASU chapter, Dr. Ikechukwu Igweyi, stated this at a briefing in Abakaliki, the state capital. He said, in quote, "This anomaly ASU has vowed to resist is exactly a reason ASU is seeking for renegotiation, improved funding for revitalization, university autonomy, and academic freedom." For more details on the story, refer to Vanguard newspaper. Reps query Ministry of Finance over unauthorized funding. The House of Representatives Committee on Public Assets has queried the Ministry of Finance, Incorporated (MOFI) for taking money from the budget of its operation without authorization. Chairman of the committee, Representative Ademori Kuye, queried the agency as its managing director, Armstrong Tagan Kang, appeared before it to give an account of their activities. The committee, who grilled Takang and members of his team on effort to show up the revenue of government, expressed disappointment with MOFI for failing to live up to expectations. It betrayed the agency for reckless expenditure without improving government revenue. Takang had, in representation, told the committee they took money from the budget. We queried, in quote, "In your report, we would like you to refer us to the section of the law where you are permitted to take money from the budget, how you have been getting funded since you came into office." Kuye said the agency wasted the committee's time as it did not provide any answer to its questions. Kuye, in his ruling, also demanded various documents for the agency on the assets it was managing. He said they must be submitted within 7 days. For more details on the story, refer to Vanguard newspaper. Lagos Labour Party faction pulls out of planned protests. The Labour Party Lagos Patriots, also known as Yoruba Obedient, has announced its decision to withdraw support from the proposed national protest. The caucus, which represent the majority of the opposition party members in Lagos State, emphasized their stance against using Lagos as the battleground for the demonstration. In a press conference today, Honorable Abodere Adura Bemi, the coordinator of the Lagos Patriots LP, outlined the group's concerns about the potential for peaceful protests to be hijacked and turned violent. The statement read, in quote, "We believe that it is within the right of the citizens to have a peaceful protest. However, we know from experience that the peaceful protest will be hijacked and made to become violent to portray the group or the Labour Party in a bad light." The Labour Party Lagos Patriots encouraged their members across all 20 local government areas, LGAs, and 37 local council development areas, LCDAs in Lagos, as well as other Lagosians to refrain from participating in the protest. Instead, they urged citizens to engage constructively with the government to ensure the delivery of quality democratic dividends. For more details on the story, refer to Vanguard newspaper. Police arrest Zamfara lawmaker, ex-local government chairman, Monarch, over alleged kidnapping and banditry. Police operatives in Zamfara State have arrested a lawmaker in the State House of Assembly, a district head, and a former local government chairman over alleged kidnapping and banditry in the state. A BBC Hausa report monitored by Vanguard correspondents in Kaduna alleged that Aminu Ibrahim, who represents Kaura Namoda State constituency in the Zamfara State House of Assembly, was nabbed by the police for complicity in banditry and kidnapping. Aminu Ibrahim was allegedly involved in the abduction of Ibrahim's father in Kasuwa, Daji village, a man said to be 80 years old. The Commissioner of Police, Muhammad Dalijan, has confirmed the lawmaker's arrest, adding that the district head of Kaura Namoda, Jafaru Kumboki, and a former chairman of Kaura Namoda local government area, Nasiru Muhammad, are also pulling their heads in police custody due to similar charges. He said the district head of Kaura Namoda connived with 2 suspected associates of bandit and kidnapped 9 local government Gidan Sambo village of Kaura Namoda local government area and were paid a ransom of 800,000 naira. He explained that the former council boss collaborated with 2 others and abducted Ango in Kamuya community of Zamfara State. For more details, refer to Punch newspaper. Breaking: iconic singer Onyeka Onwenu dies at 72. Veteran Nigerian singer, songwriter, and actress Ms. Onyeka Onwenu is dead. According to reports, the iconic singer died Tuesday night after performing at an event at Banana Island, Lagos. She was 72. Onwenu was said to have slumped after performing a birthday ceremony of Stella Okoli, owned of Emzor Pharmaceuticals. She was later confirmed dead at a hospital in Victoria Island. The Guardian newspaper reported her family is yet to confirm the death. Onyeka Onwenu was born in 1952 in Obosin, Anambra State, Nigeria. She began her music career in 1980s and released her debut album For the Love of You in 1981. She has since released numerous albums and singles, including one hit song, One Love. For more details on the story, refer to Guardian newspaper. End bad governance. Niger Delta Peace Movement urges youth to shun protest. As youth across Nigeria brace up for nationwide protest against hardship and bad governance on August 1st, the group Niger Delta Peace Movement has urged Nigerian citizens to discard the planned protest, insisting that some unpatriotic elements have perfected plans to hijack the process to destabilize the country. The national leader of the group, Alhaji Amoni Awolowo, in a statement warned that if things get out of hand, it will be difficult for the country to recover. He urged Nigerians to learn from what happened during #EndSARS protests, where some terrorist groups hid under the cover of Nigerian youth to steal and destroy properties. Awolowo called for undiplomatic means of addressing grievances rather than resorting to street protests, which may blow up the nation. He said, in quotes, "The protest is not being organized in the interest of Nigerians, but for selfish reasons by politicians. who have long been rejected by the people and are now coming through the youth to cause mayhem. For more details on the story, refer to Vanguard's newspaper. MTN explains reasons for closing offices nationwide. MTN Nigeria yesterday confirmed the news making the rounds that it closed its offices nationwide, saying it was in order to not expose its workers to more harm than they suffered on Monday. The telco said it was still taking stock of its losses as a result of damage protesters inflicted on its operations by physically destroying some of its facilities. A reliable source at MTN said, in quote, "Yes, we had to take the decision of closing offices nationwide to protect our workers. They have suffered untold humiliation already and we did not want more harm to happen to them. However, the decision will not affect any of our services, which will be going seamlessly on the background. But what I don't know is when the office will open. It will depend on the nature of the nationwide protest and how long it lasts." Some people has mischievously instigated that the protest begins at MTN offices and through to time. That can happen, and if it does while other workers are in office, they may be subjected to more harms. For more details on the story, refer to Vanguard's newspaper. Tinubu should take this protest as a warning shot, says Rotimi Fason. Should it go ahead as planned or advertised in the media in the last few weeks, the so-called end-bad governance protest would as likely as not end with a whimper rather than the ban that many of those who had conversed for it and others in government who have opposed it had anticipated. The fact is that the entire architecture of the protest has in the last few days transformed into something like sneaking sheep from every passenger has been scrambling to bail out despite the obvious sense of panic and anticipated danger in official cycles. The sense of anxiety has pushed the government into overdrive in its reaction. For more details on the story, refer to Vanguard newspaper.